Welcome in, everyone. Ready to dive into everyday witchcraft? I know I am. If you've ever, been curious about bringing a little magic into your daily life, well, this is the deep dive for you.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how this book takes something, I don't know, maybe a little mysterious and makes it very accessible, you know? Like magic for every day, not just special occasions.
So we're talking practical magic then,
Yeah,
like using it to, I don't know, make the most of every day, like even just your morning cup of coffee.
exactly. That's one of the things I love about this approach. No need for, elaborate rituals or rare ingredients. It's about finding magic in the everyday, like you said, even that cup of coffee.
That actually reminds me, I've always wondered, like, is there really something to that whole stirring clockwise or counterclockwise thing?
Oh, absolutely. It's a simple act, but it's powerful, symbolically. Like
Yeah.
clockwise is traditionally for attracting energy, positive energy, and then counterclockwise is, well, it's more for banishing, getting rid of negativity.
So it's like you're intentionally, I don't know, putting that energy into your drink, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about intention. And you can even boost that energy by adding things, specific ingredients. Like cinnamon is great for prosperity if you're looking for success. And then, oh, a little nutmeg can bring some luck. You know how it goes.
So I can basically create my own little, I don't know, good luck potion.
Hmm.
I like it.
And don't forget honey. Honey's always good for harmony.
Yeah,
Just a touch of sweetness.
right. The book also talks about affirmations, like whispering them as you stir. What are some examples of those?
Oh, there are so many. But you could say something like, with each sip, I welcome focus and clarity. Or, I like this one. This drink fills me with energy and inspiration to, achieve my goals.
So simple, but I can see how it could really set the tone for your whole day.
Exactly. And this is just the beginning. Every day, witchcraft goes, through a whole day of practices showing you how to carry that intentionality into just about everything.
The book mentions a quick morning blessing you can do before even getting out of bed. What's that about?
It's a really nice way to start your day, grounded and protected. Just imagine yourself bathed in like a golden light, warm and glowing, and then whisper something like, with this breath, I welcome the day. May joy and magic light my way.
I can already feel the good vibes. The book also mentions sprinkling, is it salt or rosemary by the door for extra protection?
Both, actually. Salt's great for purification, and warding off negativity. And then rosemary is more for protection and cleansing. It's like a little extra layer of, I don't know, a shield for your home.
Okay, so we've got our coffee ritual and our protective shield. What's next?
Well, once you're up and about, you might want to set some more specific intentions, and the book suggests using candles for this.
Ooh, candle magic. I'm intrigued. What kind of candles are we talking about?
You can choose the color based on your intention. Like white is often used for clarity, peace. Yellow is for creativity, inspiration. And then, oh, green is good for abundance and growth. You light the candle, and as you do, you speak your intention out loud, charging the flame with your desire.
So if I'm hoping to have like a breakthrough with a creative project, I might light a yellow candle and say something like, this flame ignites my creativity. May inspiration flow freely today. Something like that.
Exactly. It's about really visualizing your goals, putting that energy into the flame.
It's amazing how like everyday things, candles and spices can be, I don't know, like incorporated into magical practices. It's really cool.
That's what everyday witchcraft is all about. It really helps you see the potential for magic in the ordinary, and to use those simple tools to connect with your own power.
So far, we focused on morning rituals, but what about the rest of the day? Are there suggestions for bringing magic into other areas of our lives?
Oh, tons. The book's got tips for your home, your work, even traveling and relationships. It's all about turning those everyday activities into mindful, well, almost like rituals, right? Creating a life that's full of purpose and intention.
Okay, I'm ready to dive deeper. Where should we start?
Let's go to the heart of the home, the kitchen. Everyday witchcraft talks about, how to transform cooking into this magical act. I think you'll find it really interesting.
Okay, the kitchen. I love it. What kind of magic can we cook up in there?
Well, it all starts with intention. Like even something as simple as stirring, it can become a magical act. The book says that stirring clockwise while you're cooking, it invites abundance and good energy into your food.
That makes me think of my grandma. She was like really particular about stirring her sauces in a specific direction. I mean, she didn't call it magic or anything, but maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it's interesting how those traditions, they get passed down and we don't even always realize like the meaning behind them.
Everyday Witchcraft also mentions using herbs and spices. Like, they have magical properties, too. Can you tell me more about that?
Right, yeah. Herbs, they've been used in magic and medicine, well, forever, right? They've got these like energetic vibrations that can amplify your intentions, you know?
Yeah.
So like basil, it's often associated with prosperity. You know, if you want to attract abundance, you can add a sprig of basil to your pasta sauce.
So it's not just about the flavor, it's about the energy you're putting into it. Are there other examples?
Oh yeah. Rosemary, that's a good one for protection. You know,
Yeah.
you add it to a roast chicken and it's like you're imbuing the meal with a sense of safety. And then, oh, garlic. Garlic's amazing for warding off negativity. So, you know, you can add that to your dishes to cleanse and purify the food.
Wow, okay. Now I need to, like, totally rethink my whole spice rack. Everyday Witchcraft also talks about drawing sigils and runes on food. What are those exactly?
So sigils, they're basically symbols that represent a specific intention. And then runes, those are from an ancient alphabet, and each letter, it has its own meaning, its own symbolism. So you can draw these on your food, you know, even if it's just with sauce or spices, it's like you're sealing that intention into the meal.
It's kind of like you're weaving magic into every step of the process.
Exactly. You're nourishing yourself, you're nourishing your loved ones, and you're doing it with purpose, you know, with good energy.
Sometimes, though, our homes, they need more than, like, good cooking to clear out that stagnant energy. Everyday Witchcraft suggests doing there's a room cleansing ritual. What does that involve?
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to cleanse a space, you know, energetically. This book recommends using smoke cleansing, and you can use herbs like sage, cedar, mugwort. They all have like purifying properties and they help get rid of any negativity.
I've heard of smudging with sage, yeah.
Mhm.
Is there a specific way to do it?
You can light a bundle of dried sage and then let the smoke, you know, waft into the corners of each room. And as you do that, just visualize that smoke carrying away any stagnant energy or negativity. You want to leave behind a sense of peace.
The book says to, like, open a window, too,
Yeah,
and say something like, only light, love, and peace remain.
exactly. Yeah, that's a way to affirm your intention. You're consciously inviting that positive energy in.
And to keep that good energy going, the book talks about putting crystals in different rooms. Can you talk more about that?
Right. Crystals, they hold different energies, you know, and they can influence the energy of a space. So like black tourmaline, that one's known for protection, and people often put it near doorways to ward off, you know, anything negative. And then selenite, that's for clarity and peace. So that's a good one for bedrooms or anywhere you meditate.
Okay, so we've got our mornings covered. Our kitchen is like this magical hub, and our home is, cleansed and protected. What about when we're, like, out in the world? Does the magic have to stay behind?
Not at all. Magic it's portable. You know, we can take it with us wherever we go. There are simple spells and charms you can use to feel protected and to navigate the world with purpose.
That's great because, I'll be honest, my commute can be kind of crazy. Are there any tips for bringing a little, peace and calm to those hectic mornings?
Everyday Witchcraft says you can use jewelry or even your clothes as like magical tools. You can take a necklace, a ring, even a scarf, and just hold it in your hands and visualize it being surrounded by white light. You're basically putting that protective intention into it.
So it's not about the actual object itself. It's the energy we're putting into it, right?
Exactly. And if you need like a boost of confidence, maybe for a big meeting, you can put a drop of cinnamon or peppermint oil on your wrists. Cinnamon is for courage and success, and then peppermint, that's for mental clarity and focus.
Okay, I'm also really curious about car protection spells. I spent a lot of time driving, and it would be great to, I don't know, surround my car with some positive energy.
Mm.
What does the book suggest?
Yeah, so you can hang a little charm in your car, like a hagstone or a protective sigil.
Yeah.
Hagstones, those are the stones that they have a naturally occurring hole in them and they're supposed to ward off negativity. Or you can make your own sigil, you know, a symbol that represents protection.
And then, like, while I'm driving, I could say an affirmation, something like, this journey is safe and smooth, guided by light and protected by love.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. You can also make a little pouch, you know, and fill it with herbs, lavender, rosemary, and maybe a piece of black tourmaline. Keep that in your glove compartment.
Okay, that's for protection. But what about attracting abundance, like prosperity while we're out and about?
Everyday Witchcraft recommends carrying a piece of citrine. It's known as the merchant's stone, and it attracts wealth and success. You can just put it in your wallet.
Yeah, I've heard that. Are there other things we can try?
You can draw a prosperity sigil too on a piece of paper, even inside your wallet. Yeah. Again, it's about that intention, putting it out there.
What about like if I'm feeling low energy during the day? Is there a quick spell for that?
Everyday witchcraft suggests anointing a coin with basil oil before you spend it. And when you do, visualize it attracting more money back to you, circulating abundance.
I like that, sending out good vibes. Okay, so we've talked about morning coffee, car protection, so many things. But the day isn't over yet. What does everyday witchcraft have to say about our evening routines?
Right, yeah. The evening is a really good time to wind down, to reflect, to connect with those softer energies like the moon. Everyday witchcraft actually encourages us to incorporate moon magic into our nighttime rituals.
I love the moon. I
Yeah.
think it's so beautiful. How can we harness its energy?
Each phase of the moon, it carries a different energy. So the new moon, that's a time for setting intentions, for planting seeds, for what we want to manifest. And then the full moon, that's more for releasing, letting go of, negative patterns or things that don't serve us anymore.
So like during a new moon, I could write down my intentions and really picture them happening. And during a full moon, I could meditate on what I want to let go of.
Exactly. And you can even just step outside, and stand under the moonlight, whisper something like, "Moon above, shining bright, bless my path with love and light."
That's beautiful. What else can we do to create a magical evening?
You can do some divination or journaling. You could pull a tarot or an oracle card, for guidance, for reflection. Maybe ask for insights about your day or inspiration for the future.
I love using those for self-reflection. It's
Yeah.
amazing how much clarity they can bring.
And journaling, it's such a powerful tool. You can write about what you're grateful for, challenges you faced, what you learned. You can even track your magical progress. Did you have any synchronicities, any insights, anything manifesting? You can put it all in there.
It's like journaling can help us connect more deeply to the magic we're creating.
Exactly. It's about having that dialogue between your inner world and the outer world. Seeing how magic shows up in your everyday experiences.
Okay, before we wrap up our evening rituals, I have to ask about dream magic. I'm fascinated by dreams, their potential for guidance. What does everyday witchcraft say about tapping into that?
It recommends putting amethyst or mugwort under your pillow to help you remember your dreams and also to encourage intuitive dreams. Amethyst is known for its calming energy and intuition, and then mugwort is for lucid dreaming and even prophetic visions.
It's like you're making this little dream sanctuary to invite those messages in.
Right. And before you fall asleep, you can set an intention for your dreams. Say something like, "Tonight, may my dreams reveal guidance and wisdom." And then keep a dream journal next to your bed so you can write down anything important when you wake up.
Wow, we've covered so much. Everyday witchcraft really does break down how to bring magic into every part of our lives. But it can be, it can be a little overwhelming. Where do we even start?
Yeah, I think the key is to start small. Pick one or two things that really resonate with you. You don't have to do it all at once. Just incorporate them into your routine and see how it feels.
So if I'm drawn to candle magic, I could make that part of my morning ritual. Or if I'm, intrigued by dream magic, I can focus on creating that little dream sanctuary.
Exactly. It's about finding what feels good for you.
Yeah.
And making it your own. And the more you practice, the more natural it'll become.
Consistency is key.
Oh, yeah. That's something everyday witchcraft really emphasizes. Magic is strongest when it's practiced regularly. Even if it's, small things, doing them consistently can make a big difference over time.
And to stay consistent, the book talks about making a witchy planner. What is that exactly?
It's more than just like a regular planner. It's a place where you track your intentions, your rituals, the moon phases, any insights you have, things that are manifesting. It's almost like your own personal grimoire, a record of your magical journey.
I love that. Okay, so everyday witchcraft is really all about reminding us that magic isn't this separate thing, right? It's woven into our lives.
Yeah.
And we can discover it and activate it through intention and action. What a great way to live.
I know, right? It's like it makes you see the world with a sense of wonder. You recognize that we're all connected and that we have the power to create positive change in our own lives and in the world around us.
Yeah, it really does feel like we've, I don't know, uncovered this whole new way of experiencing the world, right? Finding those little magical moments everywhere we look.
And what's so cool is that, everyday witchcraft makes it clear that anyone can do this.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your background is or what you believe, it's for everyone.
That's what really stood out to me too. It's not about like, strict rules or anything. It's more about connecting with your own inner power
Hmm.
and using these practices as, I don't know, tools for growth and transformation. Yeah.
Exactly. It's about realizing that you have, a say in your own life. You're not just like along for the ride. You're actively shaping your reality.
And the book even says that this whole approach, it can be used for like anything, not just spells and rituals. Like you can bring that intentionality to your work, your relationships, even creative projects.
Absolutely. Imagine like tackling a tough project at work with the same mindful focus that you bring to, I don't know, your morning coffee ritual, or, bringing that energy of love and connection to your relationships like you do when you're cooking a meal.
Yeah, it's like a total shift in perspective, right?
Yeah.
Seeing the potential for magic, not just in specific practices, but in like everything we do.
It really is. It's about living with purpose, recognizing that, we're all connected and
Yeah.
that we have the power to create, to create our own reality.
So as we're wrapping up our deep dives into everyday witchcraft, what are like some of the key things you hope our listeners will take away from this?
Well, I think the most important thing is to remember that magic isn't separate from us. It's all around us. It's in the air, the food, our thoughts, our actions. It's about recognizing that and learning how to, I don't know, like tap into it.
And you don't need anything fancy. It can be, simple things like stirring your coffee, lighting a candle, even going for a walk.
Yeah. It's about mindfulness, paying attention to the energy around you and doing things with intention.
Everyday witchcraft, it really does make you see the world with a sense of wonder and possibility, It reminds us that we're all connected and that we can make a difference both in our own lives and in the world.
It's a call to action, right? To step into our power, embrace our creativity, and really live a magical life from the moment we wake up to the moment we, fall asleep.
I think that's a perfect way to end our deep dive. To our listeners, we encourage you to, take what resonates with you, try out those practices that call to you, and discover the magic that's all around you. Until next time, may your days be filled with enchantment.